Welcome to the deep dive, listener. So tonight, let's dive in. Imagine this shimmering tear in the world, almost. A portal. And our adventurers, straight out of Neverwinter, they've just jumped through.
Right into the unknown. And we've got their notes, their D&D chronicles, plus a pretty detailed summary that pieces it all together. It's already getting strange.
Yeah, no kidding. We're basically getting the inside scoop on their first steps into this totally new land. Forget your standard quest log. This is about the immediate fallout, the weird stuff they're running into.
Exactly. We have these firsthand accounts, synthesized info. It's painting a picture of a place that's really challenging them right off the bat.
Okay, let's get a picture of the party. First up, Dissy. A Tabaxi Beastmaster Ranger, super agile, always watching, And he's got his wolf, Kay, always with him.
The eyes and ears, basically. Then you've got Dacus.
Ah, Dacus. The halfling scout rogue. Nimble, unpredictable. Maybe a bit of a wild card.
Definitely keeps things interesting. And for muscle, Dr. Tor, an orc barbarian connected to the World Tree, all primal fury. Just unstoppable.
A force of nature. Then there's Fjord, the centaur cleric, grave domain. He sounds like the wise, solemn type. Purposeful.
A grounding presence, perhaps. And finally, Frax. Shadar Kai, Hexblade Warlock. Brooding, mysterious, tied to some kind of sentient weapon. Shrouded in enigma, really.
That's quite the crew. Talk about diverse skills and personality.
Oh, absolutely. And that mix is already creating some interesting dynamics. They arrive through this portal the Neverwinter mages cooked up, and they get these guild cards. Would rank, apparently.
Would rank? What do they do?
They magically map where the party goes in real time, sort of like an arcane GPS tracker. Pretty neat tech, actually.
Arcane GPS, I like it. But even before they really step into this new world back in the guild, their personalities are already showing, right?
Oh, yeah. Dissy and Frax, straight away try a little sleight of hand. To get some info, maybe pinch an elven pamphlet. Turns out it's just a brochure.
So much for high-stakes espionage. Still, it shows initiative, I guess. Or maybe they just expect secrets everywhere.
Could be. And then there's this encounter, seems minor, with some street kids. Dissy's kind to them, but somehow Frax ends up with this small wooden coin.
A wooden coin. And right after that, they get this warning about someone named Luciel. Seems significant. Coincidental.
Well, the coin does pop up again. Frax uses it later in this shamanic shop, Agatha's place, and it seems to, grant him some favor. So maybe not just pocket lint.
Okay, Agatha's shop, they're gearing up. Frax uses the coin. What else happens there?
Right, so Frax gets some goodwill with the coin, and Dr. sees this unknown rigidity potion on discount and just drinks it.
Just like that. No questions asked. Why?
Who knows? Maybe it's just Dr. Tor being Dr. Tor, impulsive,
Yeah.
confident, or maybe something about the potion called to him. We don't really see an immediate effect, which just adds to the mystery.
Huh. Okay. Anything else from the shop?
Yeah, they also pick up 2 greater healing potions, which is, surprisingly potent stuff to just find lying around. Good luck, maybe. Or maybe Agatha's being helpful or strategic.
Strategic. Interesting. So, armed with weird potions and maybe some goodwill, they head to a tavern.
Yep, looking for info, maybe a drink. They meet Arthur the innkeeper, get directions. The tavern's got this hooded guy playing cards alone. Moody.
Okay, setting the scene. And then
Luciel walks in. The notes say she's flirtatious. The party actively tries to avoid her. They decide to play cards with the hooded guy instead.
they're avoiding her. Why? Did they get a bad vibe? Or is it just the warning they got earlier?
Maybe both. But trying to avoid her seems to just draw more attention. Anyway, Dissy starts playing cards with the mystery man. He draws 3 cards, upright ones, and suddenly he feels this intense pull towards Luciel, like magically compelled.
Whoa. Okay, that's not normal. Was it the cards or Luciel herself doing something?
Hard to say. It definitely suggests Luciel's got more going on than just charm, and then the timing. Frax draws his card. It's the fate card.
The fate card. You can't make this stuff up. What happens then?
All hell breaks loose, basically. A shadow demon just materializes right there in the tavern. Suddenly, it's a desperate fight for survival.
A shadow demon, just like that. Was it the card? The player? Luciel? What do you think triggered it?
So many possibilities. Was the fate card the key? Was the hooded guy a summoner? Or maybe Luciel orchestrated the whole thing, a test, a diversion. It's a brutal introduction to the dangers here.
Seriously. And after the dust settles, or maybe during the chaos, Luciel and Dissy vanish.
Yeah, they have a private meeting. She offers him money, power, even a bag of holding.
Hmm.
in exchange for info, magical items, stuff from their world, from Neverwinter.
So she's interested in where they came from. What's her angle? What does she want with stuff from Neverwinter?
That's the million gold question, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's clearly got resources, connections, but her ultimate goal, unknown. And then she wipes Dissy's memory of the deal.
Wipes his memory. So he just thinks,
He thinks they just had a romantic encounter. He has no idea about the deal, the bag of holding's real purpose. He's unknowingly become her potential informant. It's pretty manipulative.
wow. Okay. But she's not done, is she? What about Dawkins?
Nope. Next, she meets privately with Dawkins, and he just disappears. Steps through some kind of magical door that vanishes right after Doctor and Fjord try to follow, but it's gone.
Gone. Just like that. Another secret meeting. Another mysterious exit. Did she offer him something too? Is he compromised now or playing his own game?
Deeply suspicious, right? That door implies access to somewhere else, maybe a network. Given Dawkins is a rogue, maybe he saw an opportunity. Or maybe he was bought. Huge uncertainty there. Potential betrayal hanging in the air.
Okay, so Dissy's memory wiped. Dawkins is gone for now. The rest of the party finally goes through the main portal the next day.
Right, they arrive properly in the new land, met by Orin, the mage leader, and Garrett, the Adventurers Guild guy there. They get basic tasks: gather wood, stone, check out a nearby cave. Simple stuff.
Seems straightforward. A way to get them exploring, maybe.
Probably. But the intrigue follows them. Dawkins and Frax run into Harriet, who turns out to be Lucielle's twin sister, and she's secretly acting as an informant for them, or claims to be.
A twin. Okay, this network is getting complicated. Lucielle has Dissy, maybe Dawkins. Now Harriet's feeding info to the others. Whose side is anyone really on?
Exactly. It's classic espionage, layers of deception. Information is clearly a weapon here. And then something major happens.
What's that?
Fjord and Frax. They try to reach out to their god, their patron.
Oh.
There's nothing. Their connection is just gone, severed.
Gone. For a cleric and a warlock, that's
Yeah.
devastating, right? Their powers just fizzle out.
Imagine. It's not just tools. It's part of who they are. Is it the land itself? Something about the portal crossing? Or is something actively blocking them? Super disorienting for them.
Didn't you say Fjord could still heal?
Yes. There's a glimmer. In the medical tent, he finds he can still channel some healing energy. It's unexpected, maybe different, altered, but not entirely gone. So maybe the connection isn't totally broken, just changed somehow.
Changed. Okay. And while they're grappling with that, Dawkins is getting new toys.
He is, ever the opportunist. He gets 2 unique daggers from a smith named Claus. One glows faintly, the other seems to, drink the light. Very distinct.
Light and shadow daggers. Sounds symbolic. Or maybe just specialized.
Could be. Definitely suggests unique properties. Maybe good against specific things. Or maybe tied to the fundamental forces of this place. Another piece of the puzzle.
So they start exploring beyond the initial camp. What's the land like?
It's weird. Plants have this reddish tint. The air feels dry, arid. Definitely not the Sword Coast. Dissy goes hunting, gets a deer. Standard ranger stuff.
Okay. And the cave they were told to check out.
They camp near the entrance. Frax sends his bat familiar in to scout around. It sees 3 big boars leaving the cave, and then returning later, dragging bushes into the cave.
Dragging bushes? Why? What are they doing in there? Building nests? Storing food? It's odd behavior for boars, isn't it?
Very odd. It suggests something more than just animal instinct.
Yeah.
Intentional. So naturally, the party goes in to investigate.
And they find
8 angry boars. Big fight. After dealing with them, they find a deep pit inside the cave. Dawkins and Dissy decide to rappel down.
down the pit. What's at the bottom?
More weirdness. They find this single vial of red potion, and Dissy feels this incredibly strong pull towards it. An attraction he can't really explain.
Another strange attraction. First Lucielle, now a potion.
Yeah. It's almost like something in this world resonates with him specifically. He actually ends up stealing it and drinking it right there. His eyes flash red for a second.
He just drank another unknown potion after Doctor's rigidity thing.
Okay.
And were there others?
Oh, yeah. They find a whole stash nearby, different colors, gold, blue, green, white, purple. And they basically divide them up and drink them.
They all drank them. Seriously.
Pretty much. Doctor takes the gold, Frax the blue, Fjord the green, Dawkins the white, and Frax nabs the purple too. And each time, except for that first blue one Frax drank, their eyes flash the color of the potion they drank.
Gold, green, white, purple flashes. What is in these things? Are they connected to the severed magic or something else entirely?
That's the big question. Are they activating something? Attuning them? They also find an underground river down there, and it's unusually warm. like unnaturally warm, reinforces this feeling of strange energies.
And do they notice any effects besides the eye flashing?
Almost immediately, Dizzy tries his hunter's mark and realizes it now deals fire damage instead of its usual type.
Fire damage. So the red potion, fire attunement.
Seems like it. And they notice Dr. Tor seems stronger, more potent. The gold potion, maybe. Meanwhile, Dacus decides to drink another blue potion he found.
Another one. Okay, these guys are really leaning into the mystery liquids. Any immediate effect from the second blue?
Doesn't say explicitly, but it adds to this pattern of them consuming these things without fully knowing the consequences. They gather up the boar meat, take a long rest in the cave, then head back.
Back to camp. What do?
Sell the meat and hides. Standard adventuring payday. Frax also sells a map of the cave he made to the guild. Resourceful.
Smart. And what's next for them? More cave delving.
Nope, new mission. A caravan of locals has gone missing. They need to find them. But before they head out, more secrets.
Oh, like what?
Frax secretly tells Orin, the mage leader, about the potions. And Dissy secretly tells Harriet, Luciel's Quinn informant. And guess what?
What?
Both Orin and Harriet give Frax and Dissy bags of holding. More gifts tied to secrets. Everyone's playing their own game here.
Bags of holding seem to be the currency of secrets in this place. Okay, anything else before they leave for the caravan?
Just that Fjord's healing is noticeably stronger back in the medical tent. That green potions effect seems significant. And Dissy asks Claus, the weaponsmith, about getting gear made for his wolf. Gay. Thinking ahead.
Outfitting the wolf. Love it. Okay, so off they go to find the missing caravan. How's the journey?
First couple of days, pretty quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Dinosaurs. They have to sneak past a massive stegosaurus-like creature.
Whoa, dinosaurs. Okay, this land is definitely prehistoric fantasy.
Seems like it. Then they get attacked by raptors. Big fight, but they manage to take them down. Lots of meat and hides from that. And Fjord's healing ward improves again during the fight, now healing 1d6.
So his power is actively growing as he uses it. The green potion unlocked something that's now developed.
Looks that way. They seem to be adapting or being changed by this place and the essences or whatever was in those potions.
Okay, so they survive the raptors. Do they find the caravan?
They do. And they meet the leader, a guy called Iron Fist. And this is huge.
Huge. How?
Iron Fist touches Dissy, just a touch. And instantly, Dissy can understand and speak their language perfectly.
What? How? Some kind of translation magic?
Seems like more than that. Iron Fist explains about essences, remnants of ancient dragon god's power woven into the world and its inhabitants. He says Dissy must have an affinity.
Essences, like the potion effects. Fire essence for Dissy's hunter's mark.
Exactly. It starts to click. Iron Fist explains there are levels of attunement. Dragon Forge, Dragon Skin, Dragon Touch, Dragon Heart, Dragon Mind, Dragon Soul. It's a whole power system. A hierarchy based on dragon essence. Okay? Where does Iron Fist fit in?
He reveals he's a dragon mind, pretty high up. And he tells them why the caravan is missing. They're deserters, fleeing the army of the Dragon Queen.
The Dragon Queen, ruler of this land. And they're running from her. Why?
We don't get all the details, but it sounds like she rules with an iron, fiery fist. They didn't want to serve her anymore, so now they're fugitives.
So the party just stumbled into the middle of a rebellion, basically. What else do they learn from the caravan?
They meet Golnar, a blacksmith. He's a dragon heart. And he works with this amazing metal called orichalcum. It apparently resonates with the essences, maybe mirrors the colors. And Golnar, he shapes it with his bare hands, which are literally on fire.
Shapes metal with fiery hands. Okay, Dragonheart level sounds intense. What's orichalcum used for?
Seems incredibly valuable, maybe for weapons, armor, focusing essence. They also learn about redwood trees, massive ones. They're important somehow. And they meet animal tamers with creatures called parasaurs.
Parasaurs?
Yeah.
Related to the dinosaurs? Probably. The whole ecosystem seems connected to this ancient draconic theme. Fjord also has an interesting encounter.
Oh, with who?
A blind seer in the caravan. She tells him a story, a legend, about the Firebird, a creature of pure fire essence that supposedly flies alongside the sun.
The Firebird. Myth, or something real. We keep hearing whispers about fire.
Adds to the mystery, doesn't it? Meanwhile, Dissy talks to leatherworkers about maybe getting a saddle made for Carapace. Practicalities amidst the chaos. They even attend a bonfire festival the caravan holds.
A festival while on the run.
Seems like a morale thing. They donate the raptor meat. Fjord is popular with the kids. Dissy starts writing in a journal, maybe his own chronicle. And Dacus and Frax admire an orca welcome knife, but decide not to steal it.
Progress. But the peace doesn't last, does it?
No. Iron Fist meets with the elders. bad news. The Dragon Queen's army is closing in, a pursuit force. 4 Dragon Touch, 2 Dragonheart warriors.
Sounds bad.
Yeah.
Very bad. What's the caravan's plan?
Head for the redwood forests. They know a specific landmark. The tallest redwood tree. They think they can lose the army there, or maybe make a stand. Into the woods. Classic fugitive move. So, the party has the info, they found the caravan. Time to report back.
Yep. They head back to Orn and Garrett's camp. Mostly uneventful trip, though they see some massive dinosaur tracks. Bigger than anything they've encountered yet.
Bigger dinosaurs. Great. Anything else?
Yeah, the temperature seems to be rising. Steadily. Unusually warm, even for this arid land. And Frax, using a little magic, manages to spot it. Firebird. Flying way up high, looking like a second sun.
He saw it. It's real. Wow, what does that mean?
Who knows? But it's definitely not just a legend. They get back to camp, and there's someone new waiting. Torin. Orin's brother. Apparently a legendary adventurer himself, part of a group called the Silver Sword.
More connections. Things are heating up, literally and figuratively.
You could say that. And recognition for the party, too. They get promoted. They're now silver rank in the local guild.
Nice. Moving up. Do they get a reward? Orin invites Dissy and Frax to the Mages Guild proper. Frax accepts immediately. Dissy negotiates for payment first.
Always the pragmatist. What do they get?
Frax gets scrolls, Scorching Ray, and Knock. Useful stuff. The whole party gets gold, 100 each. Plus Frax gets an extra 50 for his maps. And they all level up. They hit level 4.
Level 4, big power jump. Any new tricks?
Dissy learns Goodberry and also figures out how to make a lasting version of one of those essence potions, which could be very interesting.
A lasting potion. Uh-oh. Okay, new level, new gear, new rank.
Yeah.
What's the next mission?
Back to the original plan, kinda. Gather wood and stone, but specifically from the redwood forest where the caravan is heading.
Okay, so they're heading back towards the danger zone, but first, one last night in camp.
One last night. They hang out with some other adventurers, maybe relax a bit, and guess who shows up?
Oh no, don't tell me.
The shadowy card player from the tavern. He's back.
Just appears again. What happens this time? More demonic intervention?
Not quite, but the cards. They're weird again. Frax draws the Sage, reversed, then the Tomb, reversed. Dr. Darts draws the Expert, reversed, and gets this weird, like, flav clock necklace thing. Then the Giant, reversed, and gets a +1 Maul of Giant Slaying. Then he draws the Door card.
Reversed cards, strange gifts, a door card.
Yeah.
What does it all mean? It feels like foreshadowing, but for what?
And then the door opens, metaphorically speaking. The final twist of the night, someone appears. Someone Frax knows. Raid. His cousin.
His cousin. Didn't the note say Frax's cousin was murdered?
Yep, murdered. And here he is, looking spectral maybe, and he says he wants to make amends with Frax.
Make amends. A ghost from Frax's past showing up after all that. What a cliffhanger.
Right. Absolutely wild. So much happening.
Okay, let's try and wrap our heads around this. We've got these crazy essence potions changing the party. Dissy's got fire powers. Fjord's healing is supercharged. Dr. Dur's stronger.
And they don't fully understand the cost or the source. Then there's Lucielle, her twin Harriet, this whole secret network, bags of holding, changing hands. What is Lucielle really planning?
Plus the entire world reveal. Essences, dragon gods, the Dragon Queen, her army chasing the caravan, or Calcum the Firebird actually being real.
It's a huge amount of lore and threat dropped on them very quickly. The nature of magic is different. The dangers are immense. They're caught between factions.
And just when you think it can't get weirder, Frax's murdered cousin shows up wanting to chat. Talk about personal stakes getting thrown into the mix.
It really grounds the high fantasy in something deeply personal for Frax, who's already carrying a lot of baggage, you know?
Yeah, so the big aha moments seem to be connecting the potion colors to potential essence types, seeing Fjord's power actually grow, understanding this whole Dragon Queen hierarchy, and realizing things like Orichalcum and the Firebird are tied into the core magic here.
Definitely. Those are the moments where disparate, weird events start coalescing into a slightly more understandable, if still very dangerous, picture of this new reality.
So, listener, the question we leave you with, maybe. What are the long-term effects of drinking those essences going to be? Is it changing them fundamentally? And Lucielle, what's her ultimate prize? How deep does her influence run? And Frax and Rad, how does that conversation even begin?
These adventurers are walking a tightrope now. New powers, immense dangers, political intrigue they barely understand, and now ghosts from the past. Their journey into the Redwood Forest is looking like anything but a simple resource run.
Absolutely. Well, that's our deep dive for now into this unfolding campaign. You're pretty much up to speed on the chaos, the mysteries, and the sheer unpredictability they're facing.
Hopefully it gives you a real sense of the world they've stumbled into and the challenges that lie just ahead. It's certainly got my mind racing.
Ours too. Thanks for joining us. Keep pondering those questions, and we'll catch you on the next dive.